Puerto Williams is a Chilean town, located on Isla Navarino facing the Beagle Channel. It is the capital of the Chilean Antarctic Province, one of 4 provinces located in the Magellan and Chilean Antarctica region, and administers the communes of Chilean Antarctic Territory and Cabo de Hornos. It has a population of 2,874, including both naval personnel and civilians. Puerto Williams claims the title of world's southernmost city. The settlement was founded in 1953, and was first named Puerto Luisa. The town was later named for John Williams Wilson, a British man who founded Fuerte Bulnes, the first settlement in the Strait of Magellan since 1587. It is served primarily as a naval base for Chile. The Chilean Navy runs the Guardiamarina Zañartu Airport and hospital, as well as nearby meteorological stations. Since the late 20th century, the number of Navy personnel have decreased in Puerto Williams and the civilian population has increased. In that period, tourism and support of scientific research have contributed to an increase in economic activity. The port attracts tourists going to Cape Horn or Antarctica. Its tourism industry developed around the concept of the world's most southern city. Puerto Williams is port of entry and major hub for scientific activity linked to Antarctica and the islands south of Isla Grande Tierra del Fuego. The University of Magallanes has a university center in Puerto Williams. Weather stations and lighthouses at Cape Horn and Diego Ramirez Islands are supplied from Puerto Williams. The city has been a base for Chile to assert sovereignty around Cape Horn and support its Antarctic bases. Puerto Williams also serves as provision and service center for fishermen. The Navy is based here in part to enforce national fishing rights in the exclusive economic zone around the southern part of Tierra del Fuego, where lucrative lithodes santola fishing is an important industry. History. The Yaquen people, indigenous to southern Chile, are believed to have migrated to this area more than 10,000 years ago and established their traditional hunter-gatherer culture. Europeans first came across them and the area in the early 16th century. It was not until the 19th century that Europeans began to be interested in the area for development. Its towns had sometimes supplied whaling ships. At the end of the 19th century, gold was discovered in the region, attracting masses of migrants and immigrants seeking fortunes. By 1890 there were approximately 300 gold miners in the Picton, Lennox and Nueva Islands and Puerto Toro, which was founded in 1892. Puerto Navarino, on the west side of the Navarino Island, was founded in June 1938. In addition, some of the islands were developed to support sheep ranching, and meat and wool exports became important. Puerto Williams was founded 1953, developed primarily as a naval base for Chile. Its naval hospital of 463 m2 opened in 1960. In 2002 the electrical power supply was transferred from the Chilean Navy to a private provider. According to the Treaty of Peace and Friendship of 1984 between Chile and Argentina, Puerto Williams is the start point for vessels of all nations in traffic between the Straits of Magellan and Argentine ports in the Beagle Channel. Based on some definitions of what a city is, Puerto Williams could be the southernmost city in the world. Others dispute calling it a city, because of his small size and population. Chilean and Argentinian media, a bilateral agreement between Chile and Argentina, and the Puerto Williams administration identify it as the southernmost city in the world. Demography. Between 1982 and 2002, the population of Puerto Williams grew from 1,059 to 2,874. Since 1982, Puerto Williams has been classified as an urban entity by Chile's National Statistics Institute, although the department generally classifies a city as an urban entity with more than 5,000 residents. Local celebrations. Gloria's Naval's Regatta. In the last week of May, the city holds a sailing competition attracting international participants. The competition is on its 7th season and has more than 300 participants every year. The journey starts from the city's port and takes the fjords route. The regatta is part of the Chilean Navy's Month of the Sea activities that commemorate the naval battle of Iquique in 1879. Fiesta de la Nieve, celebrating the winter season in July, The city celebrates the winter with snow games, cars and rodeos, in a celebration that lasts 6 days. Climate. The climate of Puerto Williams is a temperate subpolar oceanic climate according to the CAR paragraph PPEN climate classification. The summers are short and cool while the winters are long, wet, but moderate. Rainfall is around 3,000 mm a year and temperatures are steady throughout the year. Snowfall can occur in summer. The cold and wet summers help preserve glaciers. Although the area around the town is well forested, exposed areas at some distance from or altitude above it have a subantarctic climate typical of tundra, which makes the growth of trees impossible. Regions in the world with similar climates to southern Tierra del Fuego include the Alexander Archipelago around Sitka in Alaska, Scotland, and the coast of Norway. Tourism. Tourism is one of the main economic activities of Puerto Williams. Most lodgings for tourists are hostels. Several trails for multi-day hikes and backpacking trips have been developed in the Isla Navarino mountains south of Puerto Williams. A 5-day hiking circuit passes around the jagged pinnacles known as the Isla Navarino. The trail passes peaks known as Cerro Clem and Montes Landemaya, named in 2001 by the Chilean Ministry of Natural Resources for the author of the Lonely Planet Guide. Remains of Yaquen Indian campsites and fish traps can be found along the coast east of the city. Puerto Williams is home to the Martin Guzin Anthropological Museum, which depicts the lives of both the Yamana or Yaquen and Selknam peoples, who were indigenous to Tierra del Fuego. For easy exploration of some of the subantarctic forest, the Amora Ethnobotanical Park is 5 kilometers down the road to the west. Transport. Access is by daily air service provided by RUVA as DAP or by the weekly vehicle ferry, Yaquen, from Punta Arenas, 350 kilometers to the north. Smaller boats operate to Ushuaia on the main island of Tierra del Fuego, in Argentina. Naval Base. Puerto Williams is one of the principal naval bases of the Chilean Navy. The base is used as start point for patrol, reconnaissance missions, and rescues in the areas of Beagle Channel, Cape Horn, Drake's Passage and the Antarctic Peninsula. The Chilean Navy operates Guardiamarina Zañartu Airport and the Naval Hospital of Puerto Williams in Puerto Williams. Navy personnel make up a considerable portion of the population, although their numbers have decreased in the 21st century. The following patrol boats and ships are stationed at Puerto Williams: PSG Sibolt, PSG Isisa, LSG Horth, LSG Alakaluf, PM Puerto Williams, the bow section of the Elcho, the tug used by Luis Pardo in the 20th century to rescue Ernest Shackleton's men stranded on Elephant Island, has been installed at the front of the naval headquarters. Services and facilities. The city has a branch of Banco de Chile, and support of a fire station, police station of Carabineros de Chile. Children are educated at a kindergarten, primary, secondary school, and a university center of the Universidad de Magallanes. The Martin Guzin Anthropological Museum, a seaport, and Macalva Yacht Club are attractions. See also: Bawulaya, southernmost settlements, Beagle conflict. References. External links. Information from the Chilean Tourism Service regarding activities in Puerto Williams and Cabo de Hornos National Park, Spanish WP on Commune of Cabo de Hornos, Puerto Williams and Commune of Cabo de Hornos official website of Puerto Williams, Prensa Antarctica, News of the Antarctica Chilean Province, Museo Antropológico Chico Marta en Guzin, Cape Horn Biosphere Reserve.